Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't led. And now let's take. Appreciate you joining.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
So for Minnesota right now, DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at small forward. New York trailing. Outside Brunson. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Brunson's got 6.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Bridges outside for the lead. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Doris, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks and a swap for Mikal Bridges. Safe to say there's some pressure to perform.
There is no doubt about that, BA, because that is forever the prism through which I will view this trade. His team had showed such patience to that point. To give away 5 coveted first-round picks speaks volumes about the impact they believe he can have for them.
McDaniels can't hit.
Down
The
there.
Knicks with the lead. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. For 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. It's tipped. Stolen by Bridges. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Let's remember, this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
And they double up Edwards. Pass to Randall. And foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Here's Robinson. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Boy, Naz Reid giving you a high level of rim protection right there.
Kicks it out to Clark. Back to Miller. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Anthony Edwards is a physical force. This guy has the frame and the game to be an elite two-way player.
Brunson surveys. Hart with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Brunson. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
Knicks leading by 3. Anunoby fires. Randall rips down the board.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Gobert. Now Edwards. 6 to shoot. Nifty move. And it'll be there for the rebound. Now Randall. Here's DiVincenzo. Now Randall. Off on the layup. Now Towns in his comfort zone.
That to me is about Karl Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
Randall outside. Now McDaniels. Outside Gobert. Outside Edwards. Here's Gobert. And Gobert flushes it home.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Towns a screen on DiVincenzo. Outside Brunson. Now Towns. It's blocked by Gobert.
Boy, you have to be careful. If Gobert is in the zip code, folks, this is a great shot block. Oh, Anthony Edwards loves these moments, and boy, does he deliver.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense.
And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their...
After the review, the rule is overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now Edwards to tie it up. Hart with a rebound.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
McDaniels. It falls.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful block.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Some big-time stuff at the line. But, hey, listen, this is what we have come to expect from him.
Now here's Brunson. Now Hart. Buries it!
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim, because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Edwards. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Shoot two.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to one. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 5. Here's Gobert. Edwards with it. 3 on the clock. Randall! Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now Bridges. Towns. The putback. The putback. How about the activity?
Well, I think effort might be the calling card of Mikal Bridges. This guy is willing to hit the offensive glass, all about how much he's wanted.
And it's in there.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Brunson. Gobert pulls it down. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting only 42%. Outside Edwards. Edwards driving. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
And here's Brunson. Towns, a screen on DiVincenzo. Brunson. Towns.
Yeah.
Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Outside DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break. Here comes New York. Randall rips down the board. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, crucial free throws obviously gets this to 3 now, but it is still a 1-possession game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why I called the TO. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the Knicks making a change here. And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by New York. There's 6 seconds left in the first overtime period. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
That's tipped. DiVincenzo with the steal. Puts up a deep 3. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And B.A., I don't think they expected this one to be so hard fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill.
Who else?